Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie and this is Unity Consciousness. Today we're going to be discussing the energy that will be prominent beginning today, the 11th of October, and pushing through the weekend. Before we get started, I just want to note that next week we will have a full moon in Aries, and there is going to be a great deal of intense energy around that full moon. So be sure this week to get the rest you need and take time out for yourself for rest before we have this pretty intense full moon. And then again, we've got the eclipse season in full play here, so we are in the shadow of that as well. So just get lots of rest when you need it, and next week we'll have some fun with that full moon in Aries. Also, we've got Mercury and Jupiter that are stationing near the end of this week to go direct, so their energy is going to be heightened as well. You will begin to feel that energy over the course of this week with various astrological aspects that will be popping up. So I suppose now would be a good time to get started on those discussions. Excuse me. So today, Monday, which is the 11th of October, we've got Mercury, which is retrograde in Libra, is quincunx Uranus, which is retrograde in Taurus. So this is really good time for brainstorming and reviewing your plans that you've made, some things that you've thought about relative to personal relationships. Again, Mercury's in Libra. And Saturn, because Saturn just went direct, so Saturn is going to energize our long-term plans. So now we're able to pull in our long-term plans into some of the rectification of our relationships that has gone on over this Mercury retrograde cycle. And now, because Uranus it's quincunx Uranus, a lot of energy coming together, we could have thoughts or ideas that pop in out of nowhere that kind of take you by storm. Make note of that thought. Make note of whatever is instigated at this time. Remember, it's in conjunct, so we don't necessarily want to take action on it, but it's food for thought. These are potential opportunities that could pop in out of anywhere. So just make note of them and hold off on any action for now. Then on Wednesday, which is the 13th of October, we've got Venus, which is in Sagittarius, is in harmony with Saturn. Again, Saturn's our long-term goals, and it's just went direct, so it's got a lot of energy as well. And this is a very positive aspect. So opportunities for partnerships. And these could be partnerships, again, with yourself, with others, money, your relationship with money. It's a good time to make commitments or assess your long-term goals relative to those commitments. Very good energy for manifestation of some long-term ideals and goals surrounding love or money. However, on that same day, we've got the Sun in Libra, which is quincunx Neptune. And all I'm going to say here is Neptune is retrograde in Pisces as well. So make sure that the conversations you have or anything that's instigated with this Venus in Sagittarius in harmony with Saturn, keep conversations grounded. Keep your thoughts grounded, because we've got Neptune retrograde in Pisces. It could be a little dreamy or out there. So just maintain that balance. Tap into that Sun in Libra energy, because it'll help you maintain the balance that you need as you have these conversations with yourself and others. And just make sure that your expectations aren't overly inflated. Again, that's Neptune in Pisces idea, and we want to make sure, because again, this is a quincunx, so it's an inconjunct, so you want to not take action necessarily yet. Just let's keep things grounded. You might have some really good flashes of insight, but just keep things grounded and on an even keel. Then on Friday, the 15th, we've got one of my favorite days. Jupiter, which is retrograde in Aquarius, is going to trine with the Sun. This happens typically twice a year. Very beneficial day. Very great day for optimism and luck. Very fortunate day for plans and ideas. Especially if they're ideas of your own. So we've got the Sun is in Libra, and with that with that positive aspect in Jupiter, which again, we've got Jupiter about to go direct, so the energy is even more amplified. These are ideas that you may have instigated, thoughts and ideas that you have, these initiatives, any presentations of your ideas, any, if you've got a job interview on this day, you can absolutely step in your power and hold fast in that power. And do very well. So circle the day Friday, and just know it's a very beneficial day for us this year. We've had one prior, but this is the second of two for this year. So celebrate this day, and just absorb that expansive energy that Jupiter's providing in Aquarius and use it to your advantage on this day. Then on Saturday, we've got a little bit of complex energy. So we've got three different things going on. We've got Mercury, which is retrograde in Libra, is going to sextile Venus. Again, positive energy. Venus is in Sagittarius. As well, at that same time, Venus, which is in Sagittarius, is going to trine with Chiron, which is retrograde in Aries. Remember, our wounded healer, and it is retrograde. Then at the same time, we've got Mars, which is in Libra, is quincunx Neptune in Pisces. So what does all this mean? Because it's happening on the same day. So our thoughts and ideas are met with optimism for profitable returns. So this can be love or money. I've got Canadian geese nesting, traveling, getting ready to head south, and there's a huge field behind my house. You may be hearing them. So I love the sounds of nature. I hope you are enjoying them as well as I am. Trying to remain focused though. Anyway, thoughts and ideas that are met with optimism on this day, because Sagittarius is very optimistic, and we've got Venus is in Sagittarius and it's trine Chiron. So wounds that have been healed, or healing of wounds by embracing optimism and differences, the differences between individuals, between friendships and partnerships, those type things. We can find them very healing when we apply love and compassion to that situation. But also remember, because we've got Mars in Libra is quincunx Neptune in Pisces, we're going to want to take action, but make sure that that action is realistic and grounded, and that it is, run it through your intuition. Trust your gut on this day, and make sure you're taking actions that align with your gut feeling and your greatest or highest purpose. Then on Sunday, on the 17th, I believe it is, of October, the Sun in Libra is going to square Pluto and Capricorn. As well, Jupiter and Mercury are going to be stationing to go direct. Their power is heightened on this day. So this day is going to ask us, which is Sunday, to get real with your alliances and friendships. This Mercury retrograde cycle has really put our relationships through the ringer. We've really assessed a lot of our relationships here, and partnerships, even that with ourselves. And now it's a good time on Sunday to take a look back and realize how far you've come. Take a note of the transformations that have taken place, and celebrate those transformations for purpose. You've made choices that hopefully align with yourself and your greater good, and you can show some appreciation for your hard work here. All that Plutonian energy, celebrate it. Even though it's a square, you've got the Sun squaring Pluto, and Pluto is now direct in Capricorn again, but you want to appreciate those tough decisions. Appreciate the hard work that you put in. It's an important day to do that. And you're going to hold yourself, your choices, and your relationships with others deeply accountable. So you're going to get some clarity. It will help with the transformational process. It will help with your decision of which relationships work for you and which ones don't. Very, very good day for yes or no resolutions, and choose wisely, and use this energy very wisely on this day. And the reason I say that is this energy, the energy of the day combined with Mercury and Jupiter, is going to show the expansiveness of human choice, because the sun is in Libra. Again, choices that you are making, and you've got Mercury and Mercury and Jupiter getting ready to go direct. That energy is going to be expanded. So human choice is important. Human choice is what really is what decides which path we're on, and that human choice and how you have used your choice to create space for transformation will be boldly obvious. So celebrate the choices that you've made. Celebrate the hard decisions that you've made. If one comes up on this day, you will be very sure. You will have the clarity that you need to make that final transformation before Mercury enters shadow direct, but still in shadow until it reaches full speed right around the 1st of November. So that's what I have for you this week. I hope you have a fabulous week. Again, we have a very powerful full moon next week in Aries that is going to be some squares with Pluto as well. So again, more transformation. So rest up. Practice self-love this week for sure. Embrace that optimism that comes with Venus and Sagittarius. We've got quite a few different aspects this week with Venus and Sagittarius, and that's very optimistic. So embrace that optimism and remain grounded while we're dealing with Neptune and Pisces retrograde. So keep yourself grounded in those decisions, and just recognize that love does provide the healing for us, especially when we're making difficult choices and we're under difficult circumstances, that love is going to provide the healing. And that's really what we need to know this week and focus on. So if you like this video, please do click the like button. If you know somebody that could be assisted by watching this video, please do share it with them, and subscribe. Click the subscribe button if you'd like to know when videos are being dropped. Thank you so much for stopping in today. I'm so blessed and grateful that you did. Namaste.